Ooh, mama is getting tired. What's cool is Zero and both Buddha's staffs can change into like for different things that they need in battle. In this case, realms is what Buddha. That's what he says to his staff, and it changes and it's cool. He'll say the cool name, and then it'll change. Kind of reminds me of Hercules a little bit with his um like 7 trials or his his 12 trials that he had to go through. And then Zero, he's over here like, you know what I'm saying, like losing his marbles still. You feel me? Getting even more pissed. Like his instrument is changing too, and also Buddha keeps making like comments like, bro, like your hormones are off, bro. Like you need to get it together. Like while he's fighting him, he's like, I'm gonna help you, bro. Like I'm trying to help you to relax. Like I hope that maybe like potentially Buddha could kill off Zerofuku and then it'll just be the 7 gods, or he's just gonna kill Zerofuku overall in general, because you know he's kind of a tyrant, like for real. Like he's heavy on the misfortune, bro. Like he's really upset, and it's crazy, man. Oh yeah, and they're finally having a hand-to-hand combat now. I was about to say, because for a while it was a lot of dodging and stuff like that, and counter attacks, like a lot of defense as far as Buddha. But now they're starting to have like hand-to-hand combat right now, and Buddha has finally, well, not finally, because he's been hitting the fuck out of him. Now he is making attacks that are inflicting damage now, because before he was just like banging him across like around and stuff. This dude is so like insecure, but he's like a teen. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is like your little cousin hating on your older cousin, or your little brother hating on your big brother at this point. You know what I'm saying? He's like, everyone always talks about Buddha. Why is everyone cheering for Buddha? Look how they're looking at me. I'm ashamed. Like, what's really made him like very, very like, what really turned him into Zerofuku was the fact that he felt so much shame by taking upon everyone's pain just for like people to not take him, like just for people to take him for granted. And he felt ashamed by that, and that the fact that Buddha was able to lead people, bro, and not take upon any pain of that sort, and people looked up to him for like him just being himself instead of him trying to like, you know, be a people pleaser, or you know, go out of his way in some big grandiose scheme, you know, to like help them in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like he always made sure to protect himself and protect others, but he didn't allow himself to like, you know, um protect others over himself. You get what I'm saying? That's that maturity thing we're talking about. Like Buddha told him he needs to work on loving himself, because why would you give all, like, you know what I'm saying? Didn't I talk about having boundaries? Like Buddha is basically saying the reason why you're in so much pain is that you took on the burden of others. You wouldn't have taken on the burden of others if you loved yourself. So you need to practice self-love. And he started to get upset. He's like, love myself? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like this whole like maturity thing. Like, and now he's having like the realization that all this time he just wanted to be like Buddha. Like Buddha literally had this conversation with him, and he was like, bro, I actually like you. Like I don't have a problem with you. And he was like, you like me? And he was like, wow, all this time I just wanted to be like you. Now I don't know if this is gonna turn where he's like, wow, all this time I wanted to be like you, so now I'm gonna kill you and then be like you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know where this is gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to remember, Zerofuku's, he's a little off. He's a little, you know, cuckoo. This is cool. So, Zerofuku, while, like, his weapon ended up, like, you know, like, dissipating. And, like, Buddha put down his weapon. And he was like, okay, let's go, like, fist to fist. And they're fighting each other. And while they're fighting each other, Zerofuku is coming to realization, like, wow, like, he's like the only person who took the time to understand me, and you know, like, you know, see me in a sense. And he was like, this is the first time I've ever been happy, you know. And while he's fighting him, I think his soul is gonna be happy. And then they're saying like this is the first time in his life where Zerofuku has been saved, and that someone had the time to care about him, you know. And he ended up reverting back to his true form. Like he looks so happy and giddy now. Like wow, his hair turned black, like like this light blue, like kind of white blue. What's going on, Simi? Simi be snoring and is like sleep and stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking about you. My bad. After Zerofuku like turned back to his original self, you feel me? Buddha's like, okay, good. Now you're better now. His horns, like you feel me, that were like attached, you feel me, that broke off, reattached to him, and like he went through like this whole like crazy like thing where they went back into his body and then shot back out, and two dragons literally flew from out of him and up in the air and then started spinning around him. And then he was like, Buddha, help me. And then Buddha was like, I will. And then he couldn't get to him. And then it's like a big sphere of like a dragon egg form. So I don't know what's gonna happen, because you know a episode can't end just like that. I feel like something intense is about to happen now. Now he created himself into like a big, huger monster, and he called himself like the seventh or like the sixth god or something like that. So Zerofuku has several different forms. Like this is crazy, G.
When the perfect soil appears,
Wow, what's happening right now? I'm so thrown off. Like Zerofuku's form now is giving like Godzilla, G. Like Zerofuku got exterminated from the divine realm afterwards, and now like what was born is Papiyas, and he looks like Zerofuku but just different now. So I'm not sure if he broke some type of law which made him like be exterminated, because that's what he said, he got exterminated from the divine law. It said he's like from like the sixth heaven realm or something like that. So I'm just curious how this is gonna go. Buddha, I really hope you persevere through this, G. Okay, so now Hades pulls up and they're afraid of him, bruh. They are so afraid of him. Ares literally jumped out of his seat because Hades was like, this is my seat. Sorry, y'all, I'm getting tired. I said that. He was like, this is my seat. And he was like, um, he's not a god. So I don't know if he's like a demon now or what. It's kind of given that. So he just turned into a Helmheim, which it says the universe is divided into three layers. So I'm assuming he's the bottom layer. The first one, I'm guessing, is like the gods. The second one is Earth, and the last one, like I said, is like hell. So that's why Hades showed up. So this, he was like, one of my brethren had fallen. So I'm guessing they're like brethren or cousins or something like that. Or he he dwells in Hades' realm. That's why he came. And then also he came because he was surprised that a human killed his brother, and he was naive to the fact that humans would be giving them a run for their money, and that his own brother would fall to a human. The reason why Hades came is because um unfortunately, Zerofuku, because of his light and dark, he ended up turning into like the devil king of the sixth heaven because of his duality. And that it said that in legend that something would form from both light and dark and then become like a devil horn, like, big monster. And that's what happened. So I don't know if Buddha triggered that, and I don't think Buddha could have foreseen that this would happen, because he was shocked. Everybody was shocked. And Brunhilde did not see this coming. This battle is going to be interesting, because Buddha's advantage that he had, that I said earlier, he's not able to see the glimpses of the person he's fighting soul, because he's a demon. So now, like, he doesn't know his own fate in this equation anymore. So we really don't know if he's gonna win or not. And Papiyas is really strong, and they're like fighting now. I really hope Buddha wins. I really do, bro.